This is Billy Crampton, a businesswoman who lived in La Grande and died from natural causes at the age of 95. But before that, for at least 10 years, her granddaughter says, Timothy Mackley manipulated Billy and convinced her to give him money.
I was very emotional when I heard the name Timothy Mackley.
She said Mackley met her grandmother while he was in his 30s and she was in her 80s. He was locked up in prison on a 20-year sentence for sodomy. They met through prison ministries.
He definitely groomed her to believe that he was incarcerated falsely, that his family had disowned him. She fell for him emotionally first.
Crow said she's speaking out now because she worries there are other older women who were manipulated by Mackley and hopes they will talk with police. She said he convinced her grandmother to send him money on a regular basis and sent her lots of letters professing love.
She had torn out of a letter that he had written his vow to marry her when he got out of prison. And she had tucked it away in her wallet. That's how deeply she believed in him. And eventually I had to sacrifice the relationship that I had with my grandmother to go to the extent of the conservatorship and the guardianship to keep the two apart as much as I could.
It would be a heartbreaking story on its own, but now Timothy Mackley is locked up, charged with the murder of 89-year-old Marcine Herinck. Police found her in the trunk of this car Monday. Mackley was the driver. And Clackamas County investigators wonder if Mackley had anything to do with the murder of 68-year-old Marilee Cooley. Her body was found in the trunk of a car in January of 2017.
Our investigators are in touch with Portland investigators to determine whether or not there's any similarities other than the fact that it was an elderly lady found in the trunk deceased.
Timothy Mackley is now being held without bail. Back to you.